Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Stoneblock3. This is the Stony world. My name is Roka, and today we have got some catching up to do. I have been busy in between our episodes, as you may see from over here, but you also might see from over here. There's a lot to cover, and some of it will be in flashback form, some of it will be just me telling you what I've been up to, which is how we're going to start. I think last we left off, we had this area kind of all jankily filled up with a bunch of create stuff. And like I said, I've gone ahead and made some room for us here. We've got our washing fan setups. We've got our milling setup. We've got our mixing setup. And I went ahead and actually finished the crushing setup. I think the problem with the setup from last episode was I didn't have enough rotational force or speed. So I went ahead, made a whole bunch more wheels, which, if you guys remember, wheels are not too hard to craft. Just a reminder. And yeah, with these large cogs and small cogs, I was able to ratio our force into speed and just have a little hopper set up for this chest. Yeah. I've also gone ahead and moved our automatic mechanical crafter back here, which this is a whole other mess of cogs and water wheels and stuff, but this should be enough to do the crafts. It should be a little bit faster as well, so it doesn't take 5 years. And we still got some room for some other stuff in the future. But yeah, I've gone ahead and cleaned up our create area. Probably won't be using it too much this episode. I have some other things that I would like to focus on. But yes, this is all cleaned up and out of the way. And I'll just put all the leftover create stuff in here. Now, there's some other stuff I've been up to. If we come back over here to the crafting area, you can see I've swapped the textures on this and added a few more drawers in. This is a chiseled deep slate, which if I go into my upgraded backpack again, which is, again, not very difficult. Excuse me, spoilers. If I take my chisel and I take some deep slate, I can just chisel it into this block, which is what I have. But I'm just going to leave it this and put it back in here. So yeah, just that, and the interior is brass casings from the Create mod, just to kind of unify. I like looking over there and saw that, and I was like, oh, if I turn around, it's the same thing. So just to kind of keep things the same. It probably won't stay like this, but my resources are kind of limited for decoration at the moment. So yeah, did that. Went ahead, processed a bunch of our cobblestone into some of the other tiers, and was kind of just processing gravel and cobble into ores. And so now we have a bunch of stuff. I have also been using it, and since gold is kind of hard to come by, I need sand for that. That's like the one thing we don't have. But yes, we've got a ton of stuff in our inventory. This is what we're going to be working with today, and then some other stuff as well. Let me put this chisel away. Yeah, I've also gone ahead and opened up a second level. So if you guys remember these corners, I kind of just dug a hole in the floor. Now these connect up to the bottom floor, and I can just take ladders up and down throughout the whole place. It's nice and maneuverable. I feel like I'm not going to be stuck or, trying to get places that, I just can't at the moment. So yeah, we're going to be working down here a little bit today. If we take a look at the quest book, that is just me preparing. We are working in the tech tree today. We're going to be doing a little bit of create, and oh my God, there's a bee. We're going to be doing a little bit of create, and primarily we're going to be getting into mechanism, but not this quest tree. We're just going to be starting mechanism, which this is all very end game stuff. Which I couldn't make this right now, even if I wanted to. It's a lot of steps, and I'm not set up for it, so I'm not going to be doing that today. What do you have for me, bee? I've been collecting bees. I've been collecting sticks in here. Lots of loot. And I initially was going to have this episode be the exploration episode, which I think at the end of last episode, I was kind of talking about how that's what we were going to be doing today. I kind of already did that. I kind of already went and explored. As you can see, I have all this stuff unlocked, but it is kind of underwhelming. I gotta say, if we take a look at the map here, I went very far. I went very far, and none of these dungeons had really anything that was interesting. I even went all the way out to this end city and got pretty much nothing of value. Let's see. Did we get anything interesting from that bee? No, we get nothing of interest from the bee. Let's put that stuff away. It's getting to the point where the loot I'm getting from these drops is just not worth it. I don't know if it was ever worth it, but yeah. I gotta say, I'm a little underwhelmed by the exploration in this for someone who likes to explore. Let me just accept these rewards, by the way. For someone who likes exploring and going out and doing things. Wow. We got this out of a quest. That's really funny. We were actually going to make this alternator today. And I got another bit of luggage. Put down a third luggage. And that's how I've been getting these. Let's take a look at some of this footage right now of this exploration. But yeah, I'm really disappointed. The loot, I have a ton of loot in here. Almost none of it has any value to me right now. So, yeah, cue that footage and you'll see just exactly why I'm not a huge fan of those dungeons. Oh wait, I forgot that when we do flashbacks, we gotta do this. Oh. Just kidding. I don't actually have that set up on the in the past, so you just get to see me be awkward for a second. I hope that was something good, because the bee just gave us like 3 items. Oh, we got luggage. That's actually very nice. Luggage. Carry some of our deep slate for us. Oh, and it's munching. Okay. Yeah, you go, boy. There is a keybind for this that I unmapped. But now that we have luggage, call for luggage. Let's put that on L. L for luggage. All right, we've made it to get in line with this first dungeon, which we're going to have to visit to kind of check off the advancements, but you'll notice we have 2 other types of dungeons now. So we've got the small dungeon, which I don't know what it is. I think it's a stone dungeon. We have the spawner dungeon, I think is this one, and this is just a big fucking dungeon, so we're gonna have to check that out. I'm also realizing I have no armor, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and just see how bad these dungeons are to deal with without any armor. So, be back in just a second. All right, that is taken care of. Let's poke our heads inside of this. Oh my goodness. That is, you know, terrifying. Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry, doggies. I'm so sorry, doggies. I blame your bad hunter. What else do we have in here? Poke my head in here. Yeah, kind of just looks like the one spawner, and I want to get in here. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna do this the smart way, and wait for this guy. Please don't pull out my luggage. Can you stay for just a second? I really don't want my little chest boy to get blown up so soon. Alright. Yeah, as long as we're careful, this dungeon should be a cinch, so I'm not terribly worried. Yeah, you can stay there, man. Don't move. Alright, I'm in. We got ninja creepers. We got spiders. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, well. Can't win them all, folks. Gotta let one of them explode, I guess. Alright, can we get out of here? Looks like there's some stuff up top. This is really nice for, like, glowberries. But nothing terribly interesting coming out of this. Let me just see. Is there actually anything up here? Is there a vine I can climb, perhaps? Maybe there was. Before it blew up. Let me just double check. Make sure there's nothing actually up here. And it appears not. Appears there is nothing of value for us out here. So, alright, what I'm gonna do is dig forward a few blocks. Get in line with this, which is about here. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Put down torches so I can see. And then I'm just gonna start digging my staircase from here because I have to go up to like Y20 if I'm not mistaken. Y20, Y20, Y9. Yeah, this one's pretty high up in the world. So is this one even. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dig the staircase now. Instead of waiting to get out there, so I'm not breaking extra blocks for no reason. And yeah. You're my favorite chapter in my book of love. Destiny is on. Every moment, every chance, I'll be there with the keys to your heart. Love you. Every single day, I will ask you to say these 5 words to your love. Most of our spawning issues. I'm not mistaken. And alright, we've got a ton of loot to work through. So the spiders and the enemies should be fine. Luggage, if you would please hold some of my stuff for me. A quiver. Ooh, that could be nice. There are 2 of you, correct? Yes. How do I get into the other one of you? Can we play a little game? Hello? Are you guys full up? Is that what's... There we go. There we go. Oh, they are full up. Oh, there you go. All right, well, we've got an inventory at least to go through all these barrels and see what we get. Nothing too interesting so far. Yeah, so we do get a second trident, and kind of looks like we've already got all of this stuff already. Just adding to our existing collections of stuff and things. And Loopy, I'm so sorry for you, but I don't have time. Let's go back and empty our inventories and make our way to the last tier of dungeon. How dare you tempt me with a loot bee? Loot bees are elite, yes, but interrupting my process of grievance and time consumption with a bee. It's just rude, honestly. Alright. Fucking chill out, bro. Jeez. I can see how people get annoyed by these very easily, as I'm finding myself also being annoyed incredibly easily by these. Just go ahead and fill this in. What? You bastards. One of you's got the block for this. There we go. Alright, what we got? Some stuff. Some stuff and things. None of this is awful. I mean, these eggs are probably better than we realize, just so I can breed chickens and have them. But yeah, none of this stuff I don't already have, so just toss in here and proceed on like nothing. Open up the gates. Start putting down torches. You kind of just have to fight a bajillion things. Plus of that. Wow. Well. Ah! Berserk, baby. Alright, these... Stop. Holy shit! It's the gang! What in the... Ah! Oh! It was fast! It was the gang and them. This dungeon's got a lot spawning in it. I'm not too sure it's worth the loot. I've seen what this thing has to offer, and it's not worth it, guys. Let's see if we could get our stuff back without getting absolutely mauled by the cacophony of mobs that this game has in store for us. These boss enemies are like no joke. I would love some food if I left any of food behind. It'd be nice. Set this cake down. Munch the cake. These spawners are good for one thing. That's some food. I'll even eat some salmon. Some honey bottles. Those are okay. Nothing is here. Awesome. Let's break this and peace the fuck out. Go ahead and steal all these poison arrows. Make my life a bit easier. The zombie's wearing all of my armor. Bro, nobody said you could have that. I didn't give you permission to wear my clothes. That's messed up. What the heck? Oh, Jesus. You know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here. Yeah, I'm discovering that the Vexes are actually my biggest fear. What's happening? What is going on? What? I'm thinking run back, drop off all the loot that we already have, and we come back. I might never come back. So if you don't see me in the dungeon when this cuts to black, then chances are we just went home and started organizing things and never looked back. I don't know who died there, but something did. Holy shit. All right, last one. Wait for it. No. I don't think I will. Am I getting trolled right now? I'm getting trolled. I don't know if I believe the game would tell me to wait and then not do anything. Actually, no, that sounds exactly like what the game would do, so okay. There we go. We got some chance cubes going on. But that is now. Oh. All right, game. Fair play. You really made me believe that nothing was happening, and then you spawned a tile of bedrock in the middle of my base, bro. Oh. That's just... All right, so I'm back after quite a long break, but I think all we're going to be doing for the rest of this episode is finishing out our exploration quests. We kind of got all this stuff done. And what did we get? A diamond knife. Very cool. Let's just go ahead and finish this out. It's going to take a while for me to do and actually reach these zones, I think. Because, yeah, 1,000 blocks away. It's quite a bit of distance. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get to the end. 1,600 blocks. And try and find an end city. Which, oops, kind of just spoiled what that looks for myself. But, yeah, I will see you in the Nether, I guess. How do I get down here? What's going on? Let me in. There we go. Let's go. I'm out of hammers. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is proving to be annoying. We are close enough to finally see the Nether. However, still very difficult to actually get to that point. As you can see, we've got quite a big berth around us, which is nice if we wanted to build a base, but it sucks because I have to run back and forth over and 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 All right, we're back. The end of the Nether tunnel. We've got roughly 50 more blocks to go, which in this Netherrack, we're actually kind of cruising. We're kind of cruising our way through, so you can see on the mini-map, we've got some end stone coming our way. And in about 3, 2, 1, there it is. There is the end stone, and I can't believe I just messed that up. Which breaks a bit slower, so we probably won't go too far into the end, but you know, let's see if we can find an early end city. Oh, that is beautiful. We just find one right away. That's very nice, game. Thank you for not making me run around and try and find that, like the Nether. Absolutely desolate Nether. Okay, let's start digging a path over there. See if we can't get involved. And I'm out of torches. Oh no. Good thing I have a bajillion torches. The dungeon, which I'm right underneath, so... Ah, there we go. Alright. Well, we're here. I'm here, and we're floating. So... yeah, this could end badly. If I'm not careful. Good thing I have a bow, right? Right? Oh, a bow with no arrows. Oh, jeez. Well, this is gonna prove to be moderately difficult. And I'm just gonna abandon ship for just a second. Close that off. Call my luggage back. And we're gonna come back with some arrows. Alright, folks, I made the long and arduous journey back to our base. It's quite a bit of ways away. Making this trip is not easy, but I have some arrows now. It's probably not enough, but I don't really care. We're gonna get into this. I wanna... Okay. Well, this isn't too bad. It doesn't seem... as long as I... kind of hover near the side. I don't want to take a bajillion fall damage. That'd be nice. Let me up. Okay. I would like to fall, please. Please. Let me down. Okay. You know, be aggressive. Be aggressive. I can't do that without you guys, so thanks, I guess. Alright, but I would like to drop down at some point. Permanent flying. That's what they give. We're good. We're good in here. Even if I get attacked, which I'm going to get attacked. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, that was just a mistake, buddy. Let's see. Gold, slime. Nothing too crazy. Oh. Stop. Let's see here. Man of Steel armor is not bad, I think. Alright, bro. That's it. You're banned from shooting. Good night. +6 armor. It is not as good as our current setup. If I go ahead and call luggage to me. And start dumping things. We should be able to start taking some of this stuff. Just go ahead and loot all of this goodies. Oh, yes. Even got some carrots. Let's go. Some diamonds. I don't know, folks. Kind of getting the vibes that this is going to be very similar. Oh, well, we got We got our elytra. Not that I care. I mean, it's convenient, but then I need gunpowder and stuff to actually do that with. Mending boots. That is straight upgrade, so I'll take that. But yeah, see, these are just shulker boxes. Yeah, okay. I've seen everything there is to see, and I think I have plenty of what's it called? Shulker shells, and that's all I really care about. I got 7 here, another 2 here. Is that 9? 9 shulker shells. Don't even think I'm gonna be using shulker boxes too often, so. Okay, but yeah, as you can see, not too much interesting things happening out here. This dungeon pretty much had no useful loot. This dungeon has pretty much no useful loot. This dungeon is 100% not worth the pain of actually going through it for the mediocre loot it has. I imagine it's the same for anything out here. I didn't even find another dungeon, and I'll do that later when I have the stuff at the end of this video. In fact, probably after this video, we probably will do a more proper exploration video, because today's end goal is to, first of all, have my luggage follow me a little bit. I have 3 of these bad boys now. I've just been kind of collecting them as we've gone. But yeah, they got nothing in them right now, so. Today's end goal is to at least have a portable teleporter. So that way I can teleport back and forth all of these blocks, because let me tell you, traveling for 20 minutes just to get some mediocre loot it's not what I want to be doing with my time. Like, I can sit here and grind cobblestone into gravel all day, but traveling back and forth doing nothing but like jumping and sprinting and basically getting nothing out of it is it's just not my cup of tea. So we'll get a portable teleporter, and then we'll really delve a bit deeper into the exploration. But I just wanted to see what was up out there. And yeah, anything else I've missed? I did upgrade my smelter a little bit. Put some more basins in here, put some ladders, so if and when we do want to expand, we totally could. And we have the bricks to do so we probably will at some point. But yeah, I think that about covers it for recap. Let's get started on today's episode. So we're looking to make a portable teleporter, and this requires getting into Mekanism pretty deeply. We have to do atomic alloy at the very least, which requires a whole bunch of machines, and I've got this all laid out, so I'm going to try and spell that out for you guys in a timely fashion. So to get this, we need to get atomic alloy. Atomic alloy is made with refined obsidian in the metallurgic infuser, which we'll be making first. But we need reinforced alloy for that, and then we need infused alloy for that, and then we need just iron and redstone to start this process. All crafted in this metallurgic infuser, which is pretty standard. This is how we get into the mod, and I have all the resources to be doing that, but that's not even where we're going to be starting. We need to power this thing. If you see in here, this requires RF or FE or whatever. It needs power. So what I was going to do is go through the process of making an alternator, but the bee kind of just dropped me, or I'm sorry, the quest loot kind of just gave me an alternator. So we're gonna make another one. We're gonna make 2. If you check my inventory before and after the cut, I did make 6 more water wheels, and we'll just use this to make some more power. So we'll end up powering 2 of these alternators, which will hopefully get us set up for a bit until we can find some other power generation. So let's actually craft this, and I'm just now realizing I don't have a crafting bench down here, but there is one right here, so that's okay. So what does it take to actually make this alternator? If we go into the create tab, I have it. what it does is convert rotational energy into Fe. And if I collect my bread, awesome. If I collect my bread, let's take a look at the alternator in the ponder for a second. It takes rotational energy, needs at least 32 rotations to function, and you get Fe from it, and the faster it spins, the more it produces. So speed is the name of the game here, which is why I have an absurd amount of water wheels. I need to have the stress limit to even be able to like translate that down into speed. Yeah, so let's craft a second alternator before we get our water wheels all set up and stuff. Alternator, it is crafted like this in the mechanical crafter, and we need a few components, thus being iron sheets, which we already have some, so we're not going to make those. Copper spools and capacitors, and an iron rod. So iron rod, pretty simple. Just go ahead, do this. Iron rod, nice. Okay, we've also got our iron sheets. We've got our iron rods. What else do we need? Andesite alloy, awesome. We've got that. Capacitor, this is made with copper sheets, which I need copper and some redstone torch. So I do have some planks. That's very nice. Go ahead and make a redstone torch or 2 or 3 or 4. And then we will go ahead, make the copper sheet, which is just a hammer and some copper. I'll make a few of these just for fun, since I'm having a good time out here. And lastly, that should make the capacitor. We're going to need copper spools. And copper spools are a combination of empty spools, which is just iron nuggets and iron sheets, which I don't have the nuggets. Let me just grab some of these. Thought I was prepared. I was not. If we go ahead and make an empty spool, this makes 16, so I'm not even going to bother making that more than once. The copper wire is copper sheets with wire cutters, and wire cutters are very easy, just an ingot and a stick. I've already made those, so we just go ahead and take our copper sheets and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be enough for us to make a second alternator. So if we go ahead and first craft, where did my alternator go? Alternator, craft a capacitor. Ah, this was zinc, not iron. Oh, excuse me. Do I have zinc? Zinc. Yes, there is some zinc in this chest over here, I think. Right. A little bit, just a little bit. In fact, that's not, frankly, all that much. I'm going to go ahead and take some of my raw zinc and slap it into the smeltery while we're waiting, because I can see that being a problem in the future. Let's just let it not be a problem. So into our crafting bench once again. First of all, make some spools. Did I just need one of these? How many do I need? I need 3. I'm gonna have to go ahead and make some more copper sheets to turn into copper wire. So if I go ahead and make a bunch of those, and then put this in here, I'm gonna need 2, 3, 4. I need 12 of these. That should be enough for all of my copper spools. Grab 4 of these, actually overcrafted. Make a zinc sheet first. Forgot about that. Make a few of these. All of this combines to make a capacitor. And then if I clear my hotbar, I'm going to need capacitor, spools, redstone, no. Iron sheets, rod, and an alloy. So it's iron sheets, rods, and an alloy. And what was it? Was it something in the center? No. Okay. If we take this over to our mechanical crafter, we can finally use this in its new location. It's going to be, let's look at this one more time. Capacitor at the bottom, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Capacitor at the bottom, rod. Then we have spools, iron sheets, like that. And then, yeah, alloy on top. And this should start crafting. Yes? Crafting. Yes. These are all set up the right way. Did I need to put this in the center? I might have. Let me move this up just a little bit. Boop. And then boop, boop, boop. And then boop. And then put some more like this. And then put our alloy on top. No. Does this just need to be empty? Or an inventory or something? Why aren't you working? What's going on here? I believe it is a cause of this. No. How do I get this thing to start? Oh. I forget. Hold on a second. Mechanical crafters can use automate. Can arrange the paths. You need to go to one spot. To one exit on any side. Put it in the inventory. And they need rotational force. And you can insert the items. I don't know what I'm missing. Oh, it needs a redstone pulse, doesn't it? Yeah, once every slot it is full, it starts. Or aha, you force it to start. Okay, wait, we can work with this. Aha. Sneaky. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, if you remember from last episode, this was egregiously slow, but we've gone ahead and made this a bit better. So put this here. Does that work? And boom. Got a little craft. Bada bing, bada boom. And it pops off. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, now we have two alternators. The game was like, no, don't do the craft. Why would you ever do the craft? And I'm like, I want to do the craft. It's fun. That's part of the game. So it just gave us an alternator. That's really funny to me. But anyway, okay. We're going to set this up over here for starters until we can figure out something better to do. So go ahead and break out a few blocks just so I have some space to work with, because these giant water wheels are going to be, well, giant. So I will go ahead and make this much room. There's a hole here in the ground. That's not good. Don't look. Don't. A stick. I got a stick, and it's the stick of truth. The stick of truth says you should like and subscribe this video because it's such a cool video. You should totally do that. Anyway, thank you, stick of truth, for that self plug. Okay, we're coming back over here, and you totally didn't see any of this hole right here. None of this ever happened. I think that's from when we were doing chance keeps a while ago. But okay, we've got a bunch of space now. I don't even think this is going to be enough space, but who cares? We're going to give it a go. Does it fit here? It does fit here. Does it fit here? It do. Okay, so just do this. Wait for a bunch. This is what our power setup looks like right now. It's pretty funny. Go ahead and really quick make a infinite water source, because I like my water to be, oh my god, that was probably the worst way I could have ever done that. I like my water to be flowing, and if I go ahead and put a block here, I should just be able to I can't see. Do this and do that. Something broke. Oh no. What broke? The last one. Oh, what happened here? What did happen? I'm not even sure. Why did this break, man? Can we not do that? What? How did this all fill with water? What? What's going on? Stop doing shenanigans. Okay. Let's try that again. Put water wheels here and here. And if I just put one source of water right there, does that work? Okay. These are all spinning. Adding more water doesn't help, so we're not even going to try. And now, if I put my capacitors here. I forgot about speed. 1 second. I'm not a huge fan of how bulky this is sticking out into our area, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig out a bit more space for us, and then we should have some more room to do some gears, some cogs, all that good stuff, because I do need to ratio this pretty hard. What the hell? The silverfish. Oh my god, there's more. I need to leave. I'm just full. I'm just full on stuff. Should put some of this in here for now. I really don't care. Don't care all that much. Okay, if we go ahead and pop some of these blocks off. I should have prepared this beforehand, but I'm silly and I didn't do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and once again block in the hole that shouldn't exist by all means. There we go. Put down a torch or two, and now when I go to put down 12 large water wheels, like so, and like so, aha, we have some space to work with. That's very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. And a source like that should have worked. Can I just do this and this? And then kind of block it in like so. And then really, really block it in. It's not leaking or something. Okay. All right. Now, we have a bunch of wheels. Let's go ahead and make these spin faster. So to do that, we need our large cog wheels and our small cog wheels. And if I go like this, I can then place another large cog wheel with another small cog wheel. And these shouldn't connect. Oh, perfect. You can see kind of how this can be a pain to actually get a lot of rotational force, but here we are, and I will go ahead and do the last stage, which is just like, where do I want this? Actually, let me put one shaft on each of these so I can put these at the bottom, because something we have to consider is we don't have any cables at this current moment. So any power we create just kind of has to go straight into the machine. And when we're looking like this, just blocks here. So we know. Now we have a ton of rotational speed. And if I go ahead and put this on here, overstressed. Dang. Okay, let's step it back a notch. What about this? Overstressed. That's with 6 big water wheels. Wow. What this? Overstressed. Dang. Yeah, you'd think six of these bad boys would be enough. No. Okay, what about this? There we go. Not enough speed, but then if I do give it enough speed, it's overstressed. Huh. Okay, well that's fairly annoying. I'm gonna have to go ahead and make some more water wheels, since apparently 6 per alternator is not enough. We're gonna go and do what do I need for this? Wood. Need some more wood. Yeah. Let me grab just a few more resources. Kind of keep us in check. Bada bing, bada boom. Grab some more water wheels. I want to try maybe another 6 per side. So go ahead and do this. Make one more. I'm missing a few planks, excuse me. Make one more of these and then swap out the shafts for the wheels and make 11 water wheels. Dang. Make some more planks and then finally get another 12. So this is probably not the most ideal way. I'm sure there's other good ways to make rotational force, like steam. Steam is probably how you're supposed to do this, but I don't care. I am a lazy piece of shit. And I will absolutely abuse the fact that this water wheel energy is 100% free. I am not above that. I'm not above that in the slightest. Can this thing not? Okay. And I do need a bit of space to actually get back here. To break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more blocks. 4, 5. Yep. And same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have 12 water wheels per alternator, and hopefully that should be enough. I actually have no idea because I don't have like engineer's goggles. I don't know the actual stress values of these things, which is probably why I just don't know the direct conversion, and I can't actually do this. Put some more of this cobblestone away. And just trying to set these up, I've been creating a bajillion cobblestones. Okay, like this. I made one too many? No. I broke an extra one. That's right. I said, now with this setup, this looks insane, by the way. This is getting nuts. You know what? No. Just leave it like this. Leave it like so. I need probably more water in just a second. But if I go, bing. These all turn at the same time. That's why they're not. Hold on. If I do it like this and right click in that spot, then I can kind of make water sources all the way down. And I just saw a better place for my water source. If I go ahead and put it here, that's a bit closer. Nice. So go ahead and put water all the way down these machines. And by machines, I just mean mills. So that hopefully they're all actually generating rotational force and not kind of just piggybacking off each other, which is not what I want. Okay, that should be good. You do the same over here. If I go like this, makes infinite source, yeah. Does that? Oh. I can't actually do this. Oh my god, this is a nightmare to navigate. Okay, go ahead like this. Pulled one from here. I did not mean to do that. This is working, surprisingly. We'll see just how long this works for when I've got to redo this. Okay, now there should be a ton of rotational force. Can I do this? Fuck. Okay. What about here? Oy vey. Oy vey. Does this work? It works. I found a working setup. That actually makes quite a bit of FE as well. So, okay. You know what? We're going to work with that since it's working. That's all I needed. If I go ahead and put another one here, I'm making... it looks like a couple hundred RF a tick. That's not bad. That's not bad in the slightest. If I could get these to go faster, I would, but water wheels is primitive. It's primitive for sure. But, okay. We've got power, which means the next thing I can do is go ahead and craft a metallurgic infuser. And for that, I'm going to need some of my cobblestone. Make a few furnaces. I need 2 to be precise. And I'm just now hearing the train in the background, so hold 1 second, please. But we do have metallurgic infuser. It's gaining energy from the back. And this is the machine we're going to be working with for a second. So let me just chill out for a second while the train goes by. Not done waiting for the train, but I did get a stick. The stick of lies. Stick of lies is telling you guys you should not like this video. Absolutely do not interact with this video. I don't want it. I don't want to see any of you touching any of the buttons on this video. Stick of lies. All right, took a quick break, waited for the train, got some food, came back. This is where we were. We left off with this alternator setup, which we have 2. Now, what's coming next is we have a little bit of an entry into Mekanism. However, this machine by itself doesn't really do too much for us. I'm just taking a look and seeing what has changed. The answer is not much. Not much has changed. So, assume that we have this machine, right? It's only pulling from one of these. So, if I wanted to pull from both of these, I'm going to need some cable. And to make this cable from Mekanism, I need steel. And this is where it gets a bit tricky. I could totally be making steel from immersive engineering. This is very easy to do if you have the blast furnace. But to be quite frank, I'm not a fan of immersive engineering. So we're just going to wait until later to actually start immersive engineering. Technically, it is ahead of Mekanism in the quest line. But immersive engineering is kind of lame. So instead... we're going to go kind of a long roundabout way, but now that we have a infuser, excuse me, so we make steel by smelting steel grit, right? And with the infuser, if we take enriched iron and put coal into the infuser with it, we'll get the steel grit and we can smelt that, no problem. And to get the enriched iron, it's just iron in the infuser with more coal. So, that being said, basically we just have to run a bunch of coal through the infuser with some iron, and that will get us all of the steel we could ever really want. If I come down here, let's see, throw some coal in here, throw some iron in there, and let's see, this is using 20 FE a tick, which actually looks like we're able to handle with just an alternator, which is awesome. So go ahead, let this enrich our iron for us. Let's take a look at what else we're gonna need. For the cable, it's just gonna be that. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. We're in Mekanism now. We have the infuser, which means we can do pretty much anything we want in Mekanism. Say, for example, if I wanted to double my ores, I want to make the crusher, right? I need some lava and basic control unit circuits and steel casings. Steel casings, very easy. We just need some osmium and some steel, which we're making right now with glass. Control units is osmium and redstone. So actually, something I'm going to be doing is making multiple of these infusers. And the reason is that instead of dumping this every time we want to make a new craft, we can just have different infusers with different infusion things, because you can't put multiple in. You can't select recipes. So I would have to dump all the coal I just put in there, that's just not efficient. That is anti-efficient. We can put some upgrades in here. I am just going to go ahead and make another infuser, which shouldn't be too hard for us. I mean, if I make a couple more furnaces, and I know I'm going to need a few of these, so go ahead and do this. I tossed all of my iron in there. Okay. Grab some more iron, and that should be enough to make at least 2 metallurgic infusers. In fact, I'm going to make both of those since to get to our teleporter at the end of the video, I'm going to need a infuser for obsidian, an infuser for diamond, an infuser, and an infuser for redstone. So that's 3 just for the teleporter, plus this one that we already have for carbon. And I'll pop this one down here, and this one can just sit for now. So we're getting some of this. I will put, once this gets to 16, I will just take it all out, but I will put some redstone into this one for now. And why I put it into that one specifically, I don't know. But we take this enriched iron and we just throw it back in. We should get some steel. That steel is going to let us... Oh, this is unfortunate. If I break this, does it hold the redstone? It does. Okay, that's pretty nice. I can go ahead and do this. Swap it over. Actually give it some power. And I'm not going to do anything with that just quite yet. Something I want to get first is a little bit of steel. And with 2 steel, I can actually go ahead and come up here to our... I think I can blast this, no? If I look at the U's, I can blast this with lava, absolutely. So go ahead, take our lava, put it here, put the steel there, and that should take all of about 3 seconds or something. Hopefully faster than the lava takes to burn. Okay. There we go. We've got some steel. That is very nice. And if I float on down here, let me go ahead and just make another crafting bench since we live down here now. So I need this with redstone, was it? Redstone. Nice. We got our first bit of cable. And this isn't very good. It's only transferring 3K per tick, but that's all right. Does it connect to the side of this? Oh, it totally does. So there we go. That's going to do it. And after these drain, they will come back up. These 2 alternators can probably supply enough power for the 3 of these anyway. So life is good in this sense. And that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do some questionable decision making and make another 2 infusers. And we're going ape shit with these infusers, but that's just to speed this up a little bit, just to speed it up quite a bit. And if I put these here and here, it's just still struggling to keep up just a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's still processing, so I guess, yeah, it's just taking a second. These cables have like a bit of storage on their own, 9,000 each, which is not a lot, but it can power a whole fuser. And so what I wanted to do was, excuse me, grab a bit more coal. And I'm so sorry, B, you're in a hole. So let's grab some more coal. Grab a bit more coal, actually. That way, what we can do is kind of not necessarily automate this, but at least have things running at the same time. So if I take half a stack here, take the steel grit out. If I start putting iron into this one, I can take the side output, and if I clear side config, I want eject on to the right. So the blue will go out to the right. And there we go. We've got iron. If I throw some more coal in here, this will just process up to steel as well. So we kind of have a bit of automation going on here. We don't need to do it with these, but with these 2 running at the same time, we are still eking out as much power as we can from these 2 things. It's kind of crazy. Just these 2 alternators, and we're able to put up a setup like this. So yeah, this is just going to enrich iron into steel for us. Is it not outputting anymore? Oh, inputs. Yes, you need to make sure inputs are set. So this is outputting into this one. So there we go. That should be making us some good old steel. And once again, if I take this steel grit and our lava, I hook it into the blaster, then should get a bunch of steel in just a second. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's pretty quick. That's much faster than smelting normally. Plus, it doesn't take any coal to do, so we love that. I do have to be careful with my elytra doing this, but as you can see, this is just gonna run, and we'll have a bunch of steel by the end of this. So that is steel taken care of. So let's take a look ahead. The mod kind of opens up for us at this point, but there are two things I need to consider. The first being our power setup, and if I go ahead and mute this, this thing's loud. Can I? Just a little bit of sound. I don't mind it, but it's just a little too loud. Our main issue is going to be powering all this stuff, and so I did come up with a way to do lava via magmatic dynamos. Magmatic dynamos and magma crucibles. But magma crucible takes a bit of getting into, actually. Redstone fluix. I think we could do all of this. So if I wanted to set up some proper power production, whew, that's a alliteration for you right there. Excuse me. We could do that next, which actually would make sense. We also need some of this. So in order to be able to power the rest of the stuff, we do need to kind of procure some extra power. Also, storing said power and having like a battery bank and transferring it will require flux networks, and flux dust is made from left click. Huh? If I put obsidian above it and then, oh, or you infuse. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, we have two methods for making this. This seems that's a really funny recipe, actually. So yeah, got this going. Let's go ahead and set up a little bit better power for us. The way this works is magmatic dynamos take lava and they produce power. Now that we have cables, we can actually do something with that power, and eventually we'll make a flux storage for us, which holds 2 million RF or FE or whatever. Now, to create the lava for the magmatic dynamo, the way we're going to do that is through the magma crucible. And if we take netherrack and put it in there with some energy, it's going to create a bucket of lava, which takes 60,000 RF. So the math is this will take one bucket of lava and turn it into 100,000 RF. That means we're gaining 40,000 RF every time we run a lava bucket through it. This is going to be a bit tricky to get set up since, actually getting the magma crucible to run for the first time is going to be a bit tough. Because it does take 60,000 up front. But with our alternators here, I think we should be able to manage that. And we've got a bunch of steel, so we can route cables pretty much however we want. So let's clean up our inventory just a little bit in preparation for this, and I will be back to you shortly. All right, we've got a relatively clean inventory. I'm holding onto the osmium and steel because I think we're going to be needing that in the near future. Let's take a look at the magma stuff. Okay, we're going to need iron. Let's grab some iron. We're going to need redstone and gold, which gold is probably going to be our limiting factor for a bit, but I'll grab some redstone as well. Put that up in the bar. And we're going to need invar. Now, invar is made by, smelting the dust. And the dust you can make from a 2-to-1 ratio of iron and nickel. And we can just crush both iron and nickel through the crusher to actually do that. So what I'm going to do is, do I have any nickel? I do have a bunch of nickel. Look at me go. I'm going to take 2 stacks of nickel and, well, I have a ton of iron, so 4 stacks of iron and 2 stacks of nickel. I'm going to throw it over here in the crusher just to get this started. And that's going to get invar created for us. These slimes are so annoying. Something we're going to have to figure out in the near future is, how do we stop these guys from spawning? Because they are the sole reason for all my pain in this world. These guys are incredibly annoying to deal with. They just get in the way. Slimes, man. I gotta do something about this. Anyway, throw all of this into the crusher. We'll start with the iron. And as you can see, just put it in there, and it's good. And I'll just throw these in there as well. And this will just kind of run through, give us a bunch of dust, which we can then convert into our invar via invar dust. We go like this. Then we take this, and then we smelt it in the blaster. Get a bunch of invar. Once we have the invar gears are pretty easy. We're going to need some iron nuggets. So let's go ahead and grab those. As soon as I munch down on a carrot or two. We're going to need a few iron nuggets. No problem. And then, yeah, that should be the dynamo itself, which we can hand feed once we have, because we have these fire plows. So these are basically free lava for us. But the magma crucible itself is going to be glass, invar, gold, redstone, and tin. A little bit of tin, actually. Tin gears to make these machine frames. So do we have tin? Should have some smelted. Yeah, okay. And awesome. So to make a machine frame, we need glass, iron, tin gear, just like this. Okay. Put this in here. And I know we're going to need a few of these, so I'm going to go ahead and make probably 3 of these. And I need, glass. Glass is something we don't have. That's kind of unfortunate. We have 1 piece of glass. We don't even have sand, so this is proving to be kind of a nightmare. So let me go ahead and throw down a few blocks to convert into sand. Go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way, the ye olde cobblestone processing. I thought I was done with this, but not quite. That's what we're aiming to do is, didn't know it worked like that. We're aiming to kind of circumvent this manual process by the end of this episode, which requires the mechanism crusher, because mechanism crusher lets us convert cobble into gravel, like so, without doing anything. And then if we have 2 of those, we can run gravel through the crusher and make sand for free. Just completely skip the dirt step. It's not like we really need that much dirt anyway, but it is automatic. It is skipping a step or 2. So we'll go ahead and do this a few more times. Probably one of the last times you'll ever see me doing this. But okay, now that we've got a bunch of sand, we can go ahead, throw this into the blaster with my blasting liquids. Blast. I think this works. Should just act as a smelter normally. Go ahead and eat and watch this. This does work, right? I did put a lot in there, so maybe it takes a second. Let me just double check. Glass. I can make like that, right? Blasting sand into glass. Oh, there you go. just taking a second. There we go. That is all of the glass. Put the lava back in there. Now we have a bunch of grass. We have a bunch of grass, guys. No, we have a bunch of glass. We can go ahead and make the machine frame. If I had any iron on me, go ahead and grab a bit more ingots. And now we should be able to make this full craft. So go ahead and make 3 of these because why not? Excuse me. We need the invar from the crusher to be able to do anything. I can just float across here and see how quickly this is going. This should be done by now. Yep, the iron has kind of filtered out, and there's a few things wrapping up, but once we have the last stack, should be good. I'll just grab this. Grab it, throw it in there. Boom. Take all of this, and if we go ahead and look at this recipe, craft this up with nickel. Maybe easier to do this by hand, and kind of looks like I have extra iron somehow. I got more iron from doing this than I expected. But we have a ton of invar. We do the same thing over here. And throw it all into the smelter. Take this invar, smelt it en masse, and that should allow us to make the magma crucible. We go ahead and make these gears. That should be all we need. And I need these nether bricks, which we actually did get from the exploration that we did earlier, thankfully. What else did I need? I saw something else. Oh, it was these fluix coils. So I'll make maybe 4 of these. I know we're going to be needing them. Hey, stop that. You can see that's why we don't keep the lava there all the time. Ow. Sheesh. That hurt. All right, we got tons of invar now. That shouldn't be a problem for a while, at least until we can get this automated. And I would love to stop burning. Thank you, thank you. Okay, take that. I need to make the invar gears first. I need 2 of these. And then I need the nether bricks. So go ahead and grab a stack of bricks. Why not? And now we have a magma crucible. Awesome. We are cruising through all of the stuff that we can. For now, we're just going to set it up like this because there's really no better way to do that at the moment. These are going to start struggling. Thankfully, this is all done. So I'm just going to leave that in there. But if we take netherrack and we put it in there, it should start producing lava for us. I think each of these gives us a block, a whole bucket. Can this keep up? It does look like it can keep up. That's 80 RF a tick. Looks like we can support that across these 2. I'm not too sure why this one is burnt out, but yeah, that is producing lava for us. Now, this is just for automation down the line. I totally could be sitting here with the fire plows, and if I go ahead and sit here for 2 seconds, I get a bucket of lava. So with that, I need to actually, what is this mod stuff? Anything interesting? No, not really. It can burn for all I care. I do need to find a place for invar, which for now I think is just going to be in here. My inventory is getting a little crowded. Let's see, iron. I grabbed too much iron. And this dust. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, now we make the magmatic dynamo, which again I should actually have everything for. This should be free. I'm missing a gear. Make another few gears. So take this, bada bing, bada boom. Make one of these. I could make 3 of them, but I'm not going to. And now we can fly back down here, and this has got 2 blocks of lava already. And if I take this, put it like so. Oh, not like this. This looks very cool, by the way. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. Put it sideways, and then just hook it up with a cable like that. Now to get into that, I need to configure it like this. I need to put the output on the right and then auto output. Now, does this accept from the side now? No, that is unfortunate. This does take lava, right? If I go ahead and throw a bucket in there, yeah, it should just start producing. What worries me is it's not accepting the lava. So what that tells me is, if we go back to @mechanism, we're actually going to need some pipes, and these pump fluid. And this is just steel and a bucket. So we can do that just fine. Take my bucket and put some steel here. Go like that. If I move this over, since I don't particularly care, we'll go ahead, put a pipe like on top here. We're gonna move this about a little bit. Put a pipe on top, set an output to the top, and then disable this one. That way we can do a little bit of finagling. This is just for space. Aha. Is this getting? Yes, now it is. And then I put the cable back. Boom. We're generating power, and I'm stuck in my water wheel setup. There we go. It's a little bit jank, and probably clean it up in a bit. But this should be self-sufficient now. As long as I keep this fed with netherrack, then we'll be good. This isn't technically infinite. That being, we don't have an infinite supply of netherrack. We do have a lot of it, though. We have 3,000, so this should hold us over for a while. If we were to look at getting netherrack, how would we do that? We might produce that via stonework generation, which is industrial foregoing. That could work. What else? Create from compressed. No. There should be some way to get this nether gold. No. Well, at the very least, we can do mining for a while. That is unfortunate, actually. We can mix cobble with cinder flour? No, that's not it. There should be a way to automate this, and I think it's going to be stonework generation. So we will have to get into industrial foregoing eventually. See how difficult this actually is. It's pink slime, so yeah, we actually have to get into this. So we have limited power for now, but if need be, I could just run over here, get some netherrack, and come back, which actually is kind of the whole point of setting up all of this, is to get our teleporter. If we can get this teleporter, it makes our power so free to come by that it shouldn't matter. It should not matter at all. And this will just kind of run. This is making set 4 RF tick output 10%. I guess it's not even absorbing all of the stuff, and we'll probably backlog on lava for very, very quickly. So, okay. Whew, we got a little mechanism set up. Let's make some of the other buildings now that we have access to infusers. So the first thing I want is the crusher. Why the crusher? Well, let's just crush things. Not a very good example here, but I think we can turn raw ores into double, if I'm not mistaken. Might not actually start with this if it doesn't even do our ore doubling for us. Yeah, we really don't need this. We actually have the create crusher up top, so we don't need the crusher. But smelter we could get into. Something I do want to set up is probably just more power. Make these run a bit quicker, so that way we can facilitate a larger amount of stuff. So what I'm going to do is actually double down on both of these and create a setup off to the side that's a bit independent from this create stuff. I want to keep this space for something else probably in the future. But yeah, where to go from now? I guess we could do flux and start storing power. That makes sense. So yeah, let's get flux. Strangely enough, this bedrock that spawned via the chance cube is actually gonna help in just a second here. If I take obsidian and then put a block down, I don't have any cobble. Whoa, not 2 stacks, just 1. If I take this, go up here, and then do this, and then put some redstone like that, does it work? Does it need to be empty hand? How does flux dust work? Left click. Oh, sheesh. That's explosive. Okay. Yeah, if we could do this stack at a time, that's amazing. Let's find out if we can. Because then I don't need to do this too often. So go ahead and throw that there. Put this here, and then toss all of those in there. Boom! It does work. Oh, and it breaks the obsidian if you do a whole bunch at the same time. So, okay, we got 55 flux dust. That's going to let us make the basic flux storage via flux blocks. Oh, we need flux core. Oh, and we need eye of ender. Oh, we can't actually do it. Oh, I've been mistaken. Blaze powder. I actually still have like no good clue on how to do this. Because we could do alchemy table. How do you make an alchemy table? Oh, that's Project E. Okay. What else? Pulverizer? No. Centrifugal? No. Crusher? No. Collector? Man, I don't know how to do blaze rods. I'm not gonna lie. No clue how to get blaze rods. Not from blaze mesh. Cast blazing blood. I think I just gotta kill blaze, which I need to go back to the nether realm for. I'm kind of at an impasse. I'm not too sure which direction to go, since flux is just proven to be a bit more complicated than I realized. Ender pearls are not going to be an issue because they're, well, same reason blaze is not really going to be an issue. We're just going to have to go out and get some ourselves, unless, what are the odds I have some in here? I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any, so that is a thing. All right, well, there are alternatives. We can go mechanism, back to mechanism. We can make energy cubes, which is kind of feasible. Yeah, it is feasible. Totally feasible. Yeah. We could do energy cubes, which I'm not too sold on. It's a little bit less efficient than I would like, but it is available to us now. So, okay. All of that being said, let's put together a secondary setup that is fully cyclical. So this setup right here is what we're looking for. In fact, let me just move all of this stuff. Can I do that? Can I get, if I have 1 bucket, I should be able to kickstart this whole thing. That's all I really need. Go ahead, grab a lava bucket out of there, pick this up, grab this, and I'm just gonna move this whole setup. Alternators, you were good for a while. You are no longer needed at this current moment. Let me throw the glass away. And I will clean this out later, guys. Don't worry. Metallurgic infusers. Okay, I kind of want to move this over just a little bit to here. Now, if we take our, where'd it go? Where did it go? My magmatic. Oh, did I throw it in here? I did. Oops. Excuse me. Yeah, this will probably be our power generation side. I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll probably move things around later, but we'll have a row. I'm just thinking ahead. Probably break this. Break that block. Put our magma crucibles here, and then we'll put our steam dynamos like so. No, correction. I want magma crucibles in front, steam dynamos up top facing this way, so that way I can put cable on the top. Yeah, and then I can run the pipes around the back. This will just let our cables breathe a little bit so we can kind of get them out instead of being stuck in the back there. So if I go ahead and put lava back in here and then reconfigure this to have the backside be the output. Sorry, not the bottom. The backside be the output. And then throw the netherrack back in here. Should be online again. This is going to drain. This should keep up, though. In fact, a little concerned, why isn't it keeping up? It's outputting 100%. Oh, this is draining. Oh, that's interesting. This actually doesn't keep up on its own. Which is unfortunate. I really thought it would, actually. It's just burning through. Okay, something else to look at. Efficiency. If I go to, is it thermal? Thermal. Efficiency. An efficiency augment. Flux efficiency. Reduces the speed, but increases its efficiency. That's kind of what I want. Not fully. How hard is that to make? Lumium. Oh, geez. Lumium is tin, silver, and glowstone. Oh, I don't have that. I do not have that. Yeah, this is not ideal. I might actually put everything back over there. Those alternators were actually kind of carrying this setup. So, stand by. Let me move everything back over there. So we are going to lay this out a bit differently, just so we have a bit more room. These cables are going to be like so. The dynamos are going to connect like this, and then we can place the crucibles on top with pipes. Pipes along the back, and we'll have, I said pipes along the back. Here we go. Put this back in there, and this should be actually self-sustaining now, not just pseudo self-sustaining. It's a bit tough. I think actually with upgrades in the dynamo, we could actually do this, but this is pretty funny. They seem to have nerfed this from packs past. There was a lot pretty easy ways to do this, and not so much anymore. But yeah, set the output to the back, which it is, and then should just be gaining lava whenever this goes in. Yep, awesome. Okay, now we can kind of just put our infusers back. Inventory, yes. Which one is this? Ah, this is my steel one. But this one. Aha. This says nothing. Which ones have stuff? I don't even know. This one has redstone. This one has coal, which I want. And this one has steel. Okay, there we go. Boom and boom. Now this one's coal. Right. Steel up to here. If I take iron and put it in here, it should start making stuff. We're going to be, I think, just diving a bit further into the processing of this stuff, which we can make factories for, but can this slime just not? You're loud and in my ear, sir. Please go away. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so we have an infused ally. This is kind of running. All of this together, how are we doing on power? Actually seems okay. Magma dynamo is keeping up. I think we can run multiple dynamos off of a single crucible is why this is strong. So if I go ahead and get my iron, and what else was I missing? Redstone. Oh, I just threw it all in there. Do I? No, I'm just out. I'm out of redstone. Help. Grab a bit more. Just grab a ton of it. I can snipe down here. Okay. We make 2 more of these. But because I think this is going to be our main power source for a while. And then pipe it up all the same. And then if I go and just make a bit more lava by hand to kind of kickstart the process, this should handle itself, I think. And I totally just don't care about the look of this at the current moment. And I have extra fire plow in here. Fire plow. This is really good early game lava. I gotta say, it makes I'm fueling my smeltery solely off of the back of this stuff. And yeah, okay. So with a few buckets in each, that looks really good. This one's filling up. These are pumping out power at 10% now. This one's at 25 and that one's at 10 as well. So probably just because it's so direct to this, but now we should have enough to actually make this work. And we'll see in a bit if these start to back up and the pipe starts to back up. We'll know that 1 magma crucible really can feed 3 of these bad boys, and it should be self-sufficient. I think we just had to spread the load just a bit more and kickstart it with lava. Something that I would like to look at now is if we take a look at Mekanism, there should be something called a configurator. Yes, configurator, which is essentially the wrench of this mod, I believe. So let's go ahead and try and make this. We have the infused alloy. We just made this. We need an energy tablet, which is like this. So we actually should have everything to make this, with the exception of the gold that's in my backpack. Go ahead and make an energy tablet. Boop. And then I'm missing lapis and a stick. That's okay. Go up here. Grab both of those things. I need a stick and a lapis. Bada bing. Bada boom. And I need to charge this with an energy tablet. I think the way we do that, I actually don't know. If I come over here. Oh, don't rotate like that. Oh, it doesn't need energy to work? I guess it just works, huh? I see. Okay, we're learning. We're learning things. I did just break this, so can I have this back, please? I guess to break it, you might need proper power in this. But yeah, actually, you can see these are starting to back up. So what I wanted to do was be able to like right click and pick things up, but I'm not too sure. Can I? Aha! Can I do this? Wait, no. Like this. No. And there isn't one in here. Ah, a charger. Do I need like a charger or something? How do I actually fill these batteries? That is a good question that I really don't have the answer to right now. Okay, I think what we need is this thing called a charge pad. If we stand on it, it will charge our things in our inventory. To do that, if we go back into this, we need an energy tablet, which I just made. And we need blackstone pressure plates, which blackstone is just cobble haunted. So we can easily do that. Let's go ahead and I need, I think like 3 or 4. I need 4 of this. I'm not going to go crazy since we don't really have the storage for blackstone. So, whoa, man, I hate the sound of these. I'm turning it off. Turning this off. Slime. Slime, please. Stop. Stop. Jesus. Okay. I don't have to listen to these guys jump around a bunch. So we can go ahead, craft this into polished blackstone, and then we make these into Oh, I was short by 2. Go ahead, throw some more in there. This should go very quickly though. I think it takes less time the less items you have. So, oh, actually I need 2 more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this done. If I can charge the things in my inventory, I'll feel pretty satisfied. I do actually need these like polished versions, and if I go ahead and try and craft this, I need the steel. And what happened? Oh, I turned the no, wait, I had a second battery. Where did it go? Come back, battery. Did I leave it in here? I did. Okay. Now we should just be able to make this straight up. Yep, there we go. Not too hard. If I go and place it like this. No. I place it like this. It does connect. And if I then stand on it, aha. We get charged, boys. We get charged. And you can see, aha, our lava is in fact backing up. So we might move this setup in just a second. That's a fun sound. I really like that. Okay, now can I like shift right click this stuff? No. How do you actually configure wrench? Aha. There we go. That is what I wanted to do. That is in fact what I wanted to do. So yeah, we're at 100% output. Oh, because it's trying to charge this thing. That's right. This thing has a pretty massive internal storage, so once it is charged, we should be good to go. That is taken care of, though. What else can we do with this? It can be a wrench. It can configure items, fluids, gases, pigments, slurries, energy, heat. Nothing. It can rotate. Or just leave it on the wrench. Wrench power. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that being said, we're just going to pick everything up and I think just go whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Now I think for real, we will move over there. I just didn't quite understand that we needed a bit of extra magmatic dynamos, which we will start with here. Boom, boom, boom. We'll do the same exact setup as before. Just this time, with enough to make this work. Put this in the center and throw this in here. This should start working. I did kind of just waste a bunch of lava. I forgot to pick a bunch of it up. Go ahead and let's kickstart this just a little bit. Throw lava into a few of these so they're producing enough power for our magma crucible to go even. Looks like it needs 2 of these to go perfectly even, 3 to go positive in terms of power generation. So if I go like this, and then I do configure this properly, which it is, should start seeing, not like this, not like this. Any sticks? I don't have any sticks. This is sad. I don't have any sticks, but nah, this should just go. Let me quickly re-up the nether rack. I can put a hopper on the side of this as well, and kind of. Do I have iron on me? I do. Grab a chest. I can put a hopper on to the magma crucible, and this will allow us to sort of feed a ton of netherrack into this, so we won't have to think about it for a while. Now, the perks of having our power generation be lava is that I can also just like scale that up and then push lava into our smeltery from below. So that's kind of why we have it over here, I think. I'm at least going to... Oh, that doesn't work, does it? These machines are weird. You can't pump things into the front of them. So with a setup like this, now I should be able to input from the left. Yeah, there we go. Much better looking. Much better, much better. And these should, again, begin to back up. We have 1 at 100%, 2 at 100%, and 1 at 10%. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just scale this up a ton, because we have sort of the base now. We do have a bunch of infusers, which I threw one into my backpack. And I want to make sure these all have enough power to run, and then some. So I'm going to go ahead and just recraft a bunch of this stuff and make a sizable power setup for us. That way, so we don't have to worry about it for a while. And I will come back to you in just a second. So, all right, that took like no time at all. I just went ahead and crafted 3 more crucibles and 9 more dynamos, so I can repeat this setup a few times. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a bit of space. Shall we? If I do this, that's good, right? Okay. We'll have this set up 4 times in total, making just a bunch of power for us. And if I break some room out for us, that'd be very much appreciated from myself. We'll be able to do it twice on each side, so we'll go ahead and set up same deal. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna need more pipes and cables. Cables are cheap, so are pipes. Do need more buckets though. Oops, it's gonna be a bit expensive to do actually. But yeah, there we go. A bunch of pipes and cables. So we got 1, 2, 3. I'll go back another 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam, 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 bam. Do all this fancy stuff. 1, 2, 3. And we'll do the same setup. 1, 2, 3. With cables on the fronts. And we'll put 1 crucible here and here. And we'll just repeat that on this side. Pipes on the back. Oop, 1 too far. Let me get the wrench back. Just boop. And if I go ahead and put these here, I can, in fact, pick all this up. Get it to kind of chill out. Everybody stop. Stop panicking. Go like this. Bang, bang, bang. Grab the crucible. Bang. Pipes like this. Cables, excuse me. And now, if I just start throwing netherrack into each of these, should just get a ton of power being produced, except I need to kickstart it. So, I need sticks and fire plows. Oh, wrong side. Grab just a stack of sticks and then make a few of these. That should be plenty to get us started here. Come back over here. And where's my bucket? Oh, I recrafted my bucket into pipes. I always do that. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Just got to kickstart this a little bit. Just a little bit. Probably getting a few of these magma crucibles online. Now, they are going to be running off of each other since these are powering the same thing. But if I just put a bucket of lava into each, we should start seeing good things happening. So get this sided booted up. Yeah, look at this. This goes crazy. It's crazy. We went from water wheel power to this in the span of, I don't know, maybe an hour. I don't actually have the recording time listed. We'll do the same thing over there. Just go ahead, start on this side as well. Trying to keep these symmetrical while we're going. All right, this fire plow should do it for us. Go ahead and... Oh, not there. Get a few more buckets. It is slightly inefficient, I think. The fact that 2 of these are needed to one magma crucible is, you know, not the best, actually. But it do be like that sometimes, so that's just the way it is. This is good early game power, if nothing else. And that should be self-sustaining, if I'm not mistaken. We do have to configure all of these to output on the back. And auto output enabled. So this one was already configured, but if I go like so, and like so, that should be keeping these going. Some of these are dropping, which is worrisome. And actually, all of them are dropping. What's going on here? This one's backing out on power. Are these running still? Why is it not? Curious. Why isn't this outputting? That is strange. That's going up. Okay, these are going up. It's just taking a second. I want to let this run and actually see if this does generate power or lose power. It very much could just lose power, which is, that's pretty funny. That's just the way of the world, I guess. But can I set these to? Oh, can I get the back, please? Thank you. Pipe. If I set this to fluids, was push pull. Want pull. There we go. Forcibly pull out of that one. Yeah, that one was bugging out, I think. Now these should be going positive. Yeah, we're seeing above a bucket on some of these. They are running at like max. Some of them though. Yeah, we've got a few of them just running constantly. Hopefully when they back up, we shouldn't actually have an issue, and that's kind of why we just want to wait. We want these to back up as much as possible. Let's take a look at lava once again, because this is very inefficient. But in the magma crucible, eventually I think what we can do is, what does this take? 200. Technically this should be less, and this should go faster. But really in the end, we'll just slap some efficiency upgrades into this, and life will be dandy. Life will be dandy. So now that we have this in this fashion, I can sort of run a cable across like this, and if I wrench these things up again for hopefully the last time, I could do this, and then just slap them all down again. Bada bing. I want them to be kind of in order again. This one has my steel. Oh, there we go. And then like this. This one has my redstone. So put this one down and then pick this up and go like that. Boom. Cool. I mean, these are doing just fine. They're not running right now, but it is what it is. I'm going to shift this over one, actually. Whoop. Like so? Yeah, like so. This needs redstone in it. Just dump a bunch of redstone in here. There we go. That'll just be full up constantly, and it'll just run. It'll just run. Same here. If I throw, do you have any more coal on me? No, I don't. But yeah, this setup kind of just negates everything that we have over here. I mean, this is free power. I can't really underestimate that. And in fact, I'm not going to. I'm going to make a few more cables, which I don't have the steel for. I'm out of steel. I'm out of steel. Good thing we have the setup to make steel. I'm going to go ahead and blast this and make more cables, and I can run run the alternator power over to that setup. Just kind of like facilitate it a little bit. Be nice because then we'll be going a little bit more positive than normal. And, ow, Jesus. Fucking, see, this is why I hate slimes. I just, I saw it on the minimap coming up behind me. I was like about to react. Fuck you. Eat shit. Stupid slimes, man. All right, that's what we're doing next episode is figuring out how to deal with these slimes because I can't. I can't deal with it. It's too annoying. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm glad I picked this lava bucket up because that was asking me to lose some of my items. It was pretty bad. Oh, I dropped my backpack. Put my backpack back on. Yeah, we're kind of just chilling out. Grab this steel. I think it's redstone, so I need some redstone also. Once this is done, come on now. Come on now. There we go. Grab this, put this back in there. Boom, we got 34 steel. You can see this kind of takes off on its own. Once we're into the mechanism stuff, like we're in. There's no turning back. I'm gonna throw this stuff away, so I don't need it. Just put my cobblestone away, and I need redstone of all things. Now, I'm so glad I've been stockpiling because probably would not have been able to do any of this if I hadn't just like been processing stuff for a while. Thankfully, I'm very prepared in this sense. And these definitely are backing up. That's very nice to see. Once the magma crystals start backing up, we can really start to use these infusers. So what I'm going to do is dump some more iron in there. I can already see us needing more steel in the future. Steel seems pretty integral to the whole production process. I will just take one stack. I will grab some more coal though, since that is what we're using a lot of this stuff on. Coal, and throw a stack of iron in there. Does that fill it up? Not quite, but go ahead, do the same thing here. And you can see why I wanted a bunch of these, so I don't have to dump this every time. I can have multiple running at the same time. And with 3 of these going, are we actually... Oh, we're still not maxing out. We have 1 at 50 and like 3 at 100. Looks like, yeah. 1 at 10, 2 at 10, 1 at 50, and 3 at max on both sides, I believe. No, this one's very maxed out. Oh yeah, this side is incredibly maxed out. Maybe it's just this power draw right now, but oh yeah, it is draining power actively. Now that I see this, so might have to expand this setup even further. Or have just, if I just kickstarted it a little bit harder, it might have worked. Also, the efficiency upgrades would probably help. Actually, I don't know. If I look at thermal, these upgrades, flux efficiency, yeah, this reduces power by 10%, which is really good. And also reduces the speed by 10%. If I speed it up, it's virtually the same thing. Oh, but it doubles the power, so no, we don't want that. Wait, what? Oh, no. It uses power twice as quickly. That's what it does. And then it adds 10% power. So a combination of these is probably the best. I probably will be looking around for a better way to handle power generation. We do have a few more of these dynamos from thermal. Magma is the easiest that I know of, but we could do Sterling if we ended up with steam. We could also just go back to create with the steam engine, because if we look at this, boilers create a lot of rotational force, and we can kind of just abuse that with these alternators if we really wanted to, but kind of have a functional setup here. I'm not gonna mess it with it too much. And if I just route a little cable under here. Oh, I got a stick. I am not Groot. Guys, it's not Groot. Everybody relax. It's not Groot. Oh, I was making some extra cable actually to do this in the first place. There we go. Just make a few more lots of cable. And just run it this way. Break this block, and now this should be feeding in from the underside. I can charge my stuff in things again if I have to. Do we have facades in this pack? We do. Holy shit, that's a lot of facades. Stone facade. This can be mimic other blocks and cover X-net cables. I think this is the one we want. Cable anchors. Oh, kind of have to get into this, don't we? For AE2. I'm not going to, but if I wanted to cover this up, that's what I would have to do. I could probably just put something stupid on top of this, but I'm not gonna. We've been going for a while. I think we've made a lot of progress. And I think we're going to leave it at that because I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot to think about, knowing that this isn't as straight up effective as I thought it was. I thought this would be like crazy efficient, but turns out the moment I disconnect from free power, it's not so good. But while I route this over there, which I am going to do, I'm just going to start breaking holes in the floor because why not? Because why not? Because I can. This will be relatively neat, but not the neatest. And of course, we have a wonderful little hole in our floor again. I'll probably come in here and fill this up later, but if I go like this, and I can just siphon this power for now. It's just running. I might as well. There's absolutely no reason not to take advantage of that, especially since I got it set up. And so yeah, that should help these out just a little bit. Yeah, we're seeing still hundreds. Yeah, just max load. We're actually draining a little bit. Oh, it's because of this. Aha. So yeah. Help this thing stay charged for sure over here. In fact, I could just put that over there if I really needed to, but I don't even know how often we're going to be using it, so probably no point in doing that. Is there anything else I want to do in this episode? I guess I still wanted to make the portable teleporter. We can do this. This is 100% feasible. We need to run it through the gauntlet of infusers, right? We have our infused alloy. This is iron infused with redstone. To get the next tier, reinforced alloy, I need enriched diamond, which diamond dust we can just crush. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to crush some diamonds. And the next thing we're going to need is same type of deal with obsidian, except it needs to be enriched obsidian. So not only do we have to crush it, but let's see. Teleporter. This needs refined obsidian dust. So if I take a look at this, I have to put obsidian dust into the diamond infuser and then put this into the other infuser to infuse our cores, or I'm sorry, our alloys. So it's a bit cyclical. I'm actually going to take a bit more diamonds and crush them as well, because the world knows that I would like to do this a bit more frequently. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab almost the last of our diamonds. I've been using quite a bit of them for mining actually, and some of our obsidian as well. The nice thing about crushing the obsidian is that you actually have a pretty decent chance to just get another block of obsidian back, so it's not as wasteful. Let's just go ahead and throw this stuff in there. Yeah, why is there just diamond dust sitting there? I don't know. But okay, we'll go ahead, throw this into the infuser, which is on this side now. Grab all these. Put diamonds into here, and if we take our infused alloy and put it into here, we'll start running these through. Throw that in there as well. Yeah, we're getting to a point where I'm gonna need to just take some time again off camera and just get things set up the way I want. But you know, we made a lot of progress today. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of how far we come, and I am just in the wrong area. I'm like looking for the crush stuff, but it's just not here. Now I'm gonna be really sad when I make this and it doesn't even work, because in Mekanism there is also a block called a just teleporter, teleporter frame. Which, can we do this? Actually, we probably could. So we could set up teleporters. Find glowstone, osmium compressor. So we do need an osmium compressor. In fact, throw that up here. That is something we're going to need. This is like the infuser, but it's very specifically osmium. And you can see, yeah, we're getting a ton of obsidian back. I'll just throw it back in there. But with all of this, I can run down here. And should be good to throw this stuff in here. Ah, yes. I can't just throw that in here, right? No. Okay, I need to process it first. How much of this am I gonna need? I don't know. I'm gonna stop it here at 10. Boop. Okay. And then throw in some of the obsidian dust so we can get that going. Ah, yes, we got it going. And we actually are still running through steel. This is perhaps not the most efficient method. I could have done the steel through immersive engineering, which still would have cost me coal, but it wouldn't have cost me all of this. But this is self-sustaining. This genuinely is self-sustaining. And yeah, you can see, oh my god, these are all at 10%. Yeah, that's what you like to see. Oh, what happened here? Are we not running? Oh, we're running out of netherrack. Ah, see, this is where the challenge is going to be. I need 3 more hoppers. We're not quite done yet. I was like getting ready to fucking end the episode, and nope, we're not there yet. So if I go ahead and make a few more hoppers, just to hold the volume that I need. Grab a bunch of netherrack. We'll have to come up with a better system than this, and I think once we have some like better inventory stuff, pipes and whatnot, we should actually be able to do this way more effectively. And I set this up like so, and like so, and throw a bunch of netherrack in here. These should just start feeding. We grab some more after I put these 2 down. Same deal. And here and here. Awesome sauce. Yes, we're. I just forgot. We need like an actual backlog of this stuff, which we have. And eventually, if this isn't enough, I will just go digging. It comes very easily. I mean, it's netherrack, so you can imagine it breaks extremely quickly. Go ahead and top these all up. Yeah. Make sure this is filled. Put everything in here. Same here. And I need just a bit more netherrack. Oh, look at this. Feels so good. We have actual power. It's not even like fake power. Like I don't know. I don't really consider the creates power. It's almost too free, if that makes sense. Just making me question whether or not it's worth my time, especially since I needed so much space just to make a dinky bit of power. This is like half the space, and it's relatively self-sustaining, but it's not the best. Okay, we got a bit of refined obsidian dust. So now we can take this and throw it in here. I'm going to need a few of each of these, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, I just need this last tier. Ah, that's what I can be doing. Okay, I'm going to throw this in here. Get this going. And while this is still cooking up this stuff, I will output blue to the right and make this input from the right. Input yellow from the right. Aha. Gotta make sure that's set properly. Extra. Now this should take. See. Output blue, right. Input yellow, left. Does this work? It's not working. Ah, whatever. It's okay. Yeah, we got atomic alloy now. And yeah, just span of no time, we've got all this stuff. I do need more of these. And I'm going to need, what's it called? Fuck, I already forgot. Osmium. Let's grab some osmium. And I think I already had something. Yeah, I already did. Oops. Just hop down here. Yes. The beauty of having my base the way it is. Okay, we'll just grab these. I don't need a ton of those. So I won't pressure it too hard. But if I throw some osmium in here, I should start getting circuits, which is... we are going to burn through circuits like mad. Portable teleporter. I really hope this works like in my hand. Okay, to make this, I need 2 circuits and energy tablets. So let's make the energy tablets first. I need 2 of these. So make 1, 2. I need 2 of these cards, and I need the core, which means I need lapis, diamonds, and gold. Don't have the diamonds. In fact, we kind of just burned through all of our diamonds. I think in between episodes, I probably will have to just grind through some more cobblestone and let us use the resources, because we're almost to the point of automation, but not quite. So I will have to spend like one more off-camera session doing these things. I forgot the lapis. How could I do that? How could I do that? You guys, I'm a bit slow. It's okay, but you know, something to keep in mind. Before you judge me, I am a bit slow. Okay, now, if we look at this, we can make a teleportation core. Nice. And if I grab these circuits out of here, we should actually have a portable teleporter. Awesome. That's what we set out to do this episode, and we've got it. So if I sit here and charge this, I don't know how this works. I now own this item. Ah. Okay. Let this charge for a second. Good to go? Awesome. Okay. Let me stand here for a second. Okay, private. How do I set a frequency? Set. Home. Storage. Check. Purple. Red. Aqua. No link. I guess I need... No link. I must need the actual teleporter. That's okay. We also can just make these as well. Should have enough stuff to make this happen. So let's go ahead and try. I need teleporter. So I need some more of these circuits, which we have. I need steel casing, which I can make if I have the steel and the osmium. I need osmium, right? Osmium in my backpack. And I think that's actually everything. We have, I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another teleporter core, which I can make. And yeah, that's it. Teleporter. So if I go like this, put it where this dirt block is. Boom. Storage. Set. No frame. Man, I don't know how this works. If I do this now, walk over here, go to teleport. Aha, yes. So that feels so good. Now we can go all, I think we can do this. I can go all the way down here, you know, run out here, put new teleporters wherever I need to go. And then when I want to go back, I just go, whoop. Feels so good. That feels so good. No frame. I guess I need a frame to be able to use the teleporter to go somewhere else. I should delete one of these. I'll just delete the private stuff since, you know, we're in a solo world. This needs FE apparently, but don't buy that. I don't buy it. Yeah, it's using the FE of my portable teleporter. That's awesome. That's awesome. We got a teleporter, guys. We can actually teleport a little bit. Hey, stop that. Okay. Jesus. Yeah. Dump the refined obsidian in there. Looks like we got everything we need. Yeah. What I'm going to do is, first of all, pick up all this stuff from... Oh, it's dark matter. I want it. Oh, yes. Dark matter is like the one thing that I'm like, yes, so happy to have. I have 3 now. Okay, we've got teleporters online. I'm going to go ahead and, after I cut this recording, probably make, well, let's count. I'm going to make 1 for the Nether, 2 for the End, maybe 3 just for like a little bit of dungeon stuff. I'll probably make 1 for the dungeon. I won't lie. Another one out here. I will make 2 of these teleporters so I can get back and forth quickly, and I will see you in just a second. All right, I think we've got it. 1, 2. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, you guys get to see me run out here for once because you probably never see me do it again. But if you just watch me jump normally, you get to see just how long this takes. So we got quite a bit done. I'm really satisfied with what we've been able to do. We've got a little bit of genuine power production online. We tinkered a little bit with create, not too much. We'll probably come back to that next episode. I think boiler power actually will be the most ideal for us somehow. If nothing else, we do need to actually have rotational force, not just FE. So we're gonna have to come up with that somehow. Breaking into Mekanism isn't too difficult, but that's just because I have a little bit of experience with the mod. I'm familiar with the crafting trees and whatnot. Goodbye, loopy. I'm kind of done with the loopies. I'm not gonna lie. I might turn the event off actually soon. Not dropping anything interesting, but yeah. We made a few infusers, and I think next episode, I want to crack into a bit of Tinker's construct. I would like to make some custom tools, not just diamond tools all the way. I would like to make some custom Tinker tools. I've been waiting to do that because now that we've been to the Nether, we actually do have some access to... it's a material called manulin. It's pretty much the best material you can have in Tinkers. So I was waiting for that. Now that we do have some access to it, we can go ahead and make some pretty good tools. Also, next episode, I really want to get into Flux. So probably off camera, I'll dive around and look for Blaze and get some Ender eyes as well. Just so that way we can create, I think, I forget what it was. It was, right, we need the Flux cores, which need the Eye of Ender, which we just don't have. So as you can see, down here, it actually spawns nether bricks. That's why I have a whole drawer dedicated to the nether bricks. And hello, Pigman. Good day to you as well. So it's similar like deep slate, and then there's netherrack above us. We'll go up this set of stairs in just a second. But these dungeons, man, they were just not worth it. You could see that took me a whole, what was that, like 5 minutes just running out to the nether alone. Plus, every time I wanted to actually go to a dungeon, I have to dig out a giant staircase, and the hammer only digs 3 high, and I was bumping my head, so I'd have to dig out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a high. So I was basically having to double dig these tunnels, and going up them is really slow. It's really annoying, and it's just so not worth it for the loot. Like, the only reason I am even out here again is because I know this netherrack is gonna be our power source for the next however long. So first I'm gonna set up this teleporter. I'm gonna go public, and we're gonna just write nether. Check. And then set this. It should be set. So if I go into my portable teleporter and click nether teleport, why did it take me back? What about going back to storage teleport? Okay, these are both. That makes no sense, man. What? Frequency, storage. What about the nether? Go to the nether. Why is it taking me here? I don't get it. Frequency, nether. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm still learning how these work, so bear with me while I run all the way back there. I can make this a lot faster with elytra. Thankfully, I know how to elytra hop, so this is technically faster, but I'm going to burn through this. 1 second, guys. That was really silly of me. I really need to figure out how these work, and I think I need those teleporter frames, but I'm not too sure how that even works. I guess I should probably look into it, but who cares? Trial and error is much more interesting. You know what? Cut to the nether, please. Thank you. Anyway, we're still down here. I think I messed up my teleporter, so this one might be on me, but just go ahead and use my hoe here to go probably a bit faster. Can't be that fast, but it should be somewhat faster. Still faster than probably walking this. So okay, let's try this again. This time without teleporting back to the base. If I set this to nether, right? Set this to nether. And I look at my teleporter and I go, nether, set, frequency, storage, set, frequency, nether, set, teleport. I've made it work. That's very silly of me. Forgot to switch my, see, this is set to storage. Now if I switch this back to nether, set, no link. Is it because it's not rendered? Oh, because it isn't rendered. I see. Wait. If I put, and this is something you can do in your, you can only claim spawn chunks. Oh, it's around where you are. I gotta go back. Oh my goodness. So I have to get close enough for the, that is good to know, actually. So now when I'm at the end, I think it has to do, hey guys, I'm running back again. Oh, so funny, hilarious. It's great. So I'll force render these, force load them. And then finally, this should be working, bro. I gotta fly through this tunnel again. But you can see, whoo, I'm zooming. I found the angle. Hold on, don't lose it. Even with elytra and like speed flying, this is still not, like, still isn't that fast. Am I anywhere close? No. Guys, it's like thousands of blocks, and I'm just not prepared for that, so I guess I'll see you over there. We're zooming now. Whew. Okay, by the time I get to the bottom of these stairs, I should be in range. No, Nether. Teleport. Okay. Now, force load these chunks because absolutely not. If I shift click this, it force loads, I think. Oh, I can only... Ah. Okay, noted. I'll have to go back and force load another few. I zoom in. Do I need these top two? I don't think I do. I could just move this a little bit. Boop. Bump it back. Just be extra sure. But it's teleporter. Set it to Nether, which it is. And now I can come in and I need to make sure I have a chunk for this other end teleporter. I need to just go. I need to go. If I fail this teleport, we're ending the episode is how this works. So I should have one more claim chunk. I can use that to set this up. Because I have a lot of my chunks force loaded back in spawn, which honestly I probably shouldn't have, but you know, while I'm here right now, they are loading. And it's not so bad if I fly to the end. I will go to the end of this tunnel though, because I want to be as close to the end city as possible. But I'm not going up these stairs. This is like to go up to Y20 or something. So I'm gonna force load these two right here. I'll stand on. There's no telling where the border actually is. Actually, F3G. Ah, there we go. I can do this. Right, end. Boop. Bada bing, bada boom. Set to end. Awesome. I still have no idea what no frame means, but that's okay because I don't really care. F3G. Put it away. Okay. If I look at this now. Set. Teleport. Aha. I'm here. Okay. Force load this chunk. Force load that bitch. And I need more, but this one chunk should be loaded. So if I go all the way to storage. Oh, I forgot to set it. I have to set first. Aha. Yes. And I do just want to be careful and unload these chunks. I don't need all of these. I do need the one chunk that I'm standing on. I need these two chunks at least. I can claim a bunch of these, so that's fine, but it doesn't matter. We're on a single player worlds. So I'll go ahead and do it anyway for shits and giggles. But these two are force loaded. Now hopefully, if I set this to Nether, I go to the Nether, and if I set this to end, we go to the end, and then if I set this to storage, all the way back. Yes! Oh my god, so much pain setting this up, so much pain exploring this, and like I had to scrap all of that footage because it wasn't even worth it to begin with. So that is going to be it for today. I'm running out of steam. We did make quite a bit of progress, at least diving into Mekanism. And I mean, I've got my hands on atomic alloy, and that feels endgame. So everything else from here is going to be just setting up different automated processes. I actually have no need for the rest of the mod except for, you know, getting through the actual quest line. Like getting to this point will take, you know, a very specific line of setting up and stuff. Resist defeater. Never mind. Stop trying to do theft. Next episode, we are going to take a look at a little bit more create, a little bit more getting things automated. That is the new goal for now, is to make sure this never shuts down. I want it to constantly be running and constantly be producing stuff. And that way, when we finally do get into applied energistics, we'll have plenty of stuff to fill our storage system. And right now, I am still going to have to be manually processing all of my cobble with hammers and wands and, you know, breaking through the cycle. We're going to try and get past that. So I might do a few things while I am on my own in these recording sessions. If it's simple, I'll just cover it in the next episode. If it's any sort of complexity, but it'll save me a lot of time, I will just record it and you'll see that at the beginning of the next episode. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like the video, of course, let me know what you think of the series so far down in the comments below. I'll always love to hear any of the feedback that you guys have. Also, feel free to start a conversation up with me. I don't bite. I promise. And make sure you subscribe for more content. What is this lantern doing? I don't know. We're getting rid of it. Make sure you subscribe for more content. I record a lot of other games like Nuclear Throne, Risk of Rain, Rain World, all of that good stuff. So yeah, stick around for more, and I will see you in the next Stoneblock episode. So thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye now. I'm so happy, guys. We're making it in this world. We're making it. We got so much going on for us, and I'm just so happy you guys get to be here for it all.